Flowers, foliage, and plants grown in Hawaii are known around the world. Millions are purchased every year. To meet the demand, Hawaii's residents work in a range of occupations. They develop new varieties and growing techniques, create artistic floral designs, and ultimately bring beauty to everyday life and special occasions.
Some of the things I enjoy about farming is just the growing aspect. I love to work with my hands. The planning and management of growing the crop. The plants and flowers that we do grow makes people happy. My job title here on our family farm is the production manager. We are a grower and exporter of tropical cut flowers and foliages, which include anthuriums, orchids, birds of paradise, monstera, and gingers. And we export to the US mainland, some international countries, and of course the state of Hawaii. Our products will go to event coordinators, which will do a wedding, decorate a hotel lobby, decorate a convention. Home use, small arrangement to give to somebody. It's not a typical lifestyle, your life will revolve around the farm. You're up early, you see the sunrise. You'll do anything in your ability to make sure you complete a task. This will include daily jobs, cultivation, pruning, fertilizing, harvesting. At a young age, my brothers and I were here more than we were at home. When we were kids in diapers, we'd be sleeping in flower boxes while our parents tirelessly worked till midnight. But we were always here on the farm, riding bikes around. But it's definitely been a blessing and, more importantly, a privilege to be part of this family business. My grandfather started the company. For me, I just had a daughter in 2020. I'm hoping that one day she could possibly, or my future children will be the next generation in our family business. As a farmer, you're not only growing or selling something, you're also doing a lot more, such as human resources, hiring, training. I went to school at UH Hilo, got a degree in agriculture or tropical horticulture. Courses such as math, biology, chemistry. I can remember a lot of things that I did learn and I still use it today. Discipline and the willingness to learn, I think, are important to be a nurseryman or someone in this industry. Being positive and the willingness to keep trying will take you a long ways. Some of the values and advantages of having a family business or your own business is you are your own boss. You get to set your schedule, you get to make the calls and the shots, and that's one of the fun parts of it. But of course, with that great power comes great responsibilities, as they say in Spider-Man. You may remember in 2014, I think it was Hurricane Iselle hit the Big Island. This destroyed probably 15 acres of our production. It was not an easy problem to fix, but with the help with the government, with our people, with just discipline and hard work, we were able to come back and fix our farm and come back in full production. If you're thinking about starting a farm or a business, I highly encourage to get into it. Apply for a part-time job, learn as much as you can from those experiences, seek the help and advice you can from businesses that have been around for a long time. Get to know them and make friends.
The general objectives of my program are to breed and develop new varieties for the Hawaii floriculture industry. We're looking at new flower colors, pest and disease resistance, high yields, and good vase life. When we develop a new anthurium variety, it takes about 14 years. We start out by pollinating 2 select parents. It takes about 6 months before we get the fruit. Then we germinate the seeds and let the seedlings grow. From then, we look for desirable traits such as interesting spathe colors and then proceed to clone them. After we send the selections over for testing with our cooperators, they give us feedback with regards to yield, field performance, packing qualities, and resistance to pests and diseases. Then we name and release the new variety. In addition to breeding and research, I advise master's and PhD students. I also teach undergraduates and graduate students. Our students get to do a poinsettia crop, which they grow from cuttings, sell, and market in early December. So this gives them a real-world experience of how it is to produce a short-term crop. I must say I'm very fortunate to have a job that I really like. Developing new varieties and being surrounded by plants is really satisfying. What I enjoy most is seeing our new hybrids flower, to see the new selections and the potential that I can bring to the market. I enjoy working with my colleagues, our cooperators, and floral designers. Any feedback is always good because it helps us find direction for our breeding program. For a young person to get into my field, I would suggest that this person takes science classes seriously, English classes or communications classes also, because what is the use of research if you're not able to communicate it across? And also math. We use a lot of math, basic math like ratios and proportions, algebra. A good solid math background helps in our studies. Get skills by volunteering so that you can learn how to plant and how to grow plants in general. Volunteering with a local garden, a garden shop, or even a local grower would be useful for any young person. Being observant or having an eye for fine detail is very important in my line of work, because having that keen sense of observation will help you determine whether a new seedling is unique or not. I think I enjoy my job so much that even my weekend includes a little bit of work, but if you're having fun, it's not really work. My family means so much to me. To have their support enables me to share so much of what I know and what I do with a wider group of people.
I started off just myself in a small shop, and I now have a staff of 16 amazing people. My team and I create fabulous floral art. We do an average of 35 to 40 weddings and events a month. We often have lay available. We basically do full range flower service as well as everyday arrangements. It's such an exciting time for flowers and foliage. The varieties that are coming out are sensational. The anthurium varieties alone, we just get so many cool things. Gingers and heliconias, protea. We're getting some lovely local protea from the south side of the island. Local sunflowers, dianthus, dahlias. I feel like flowers inspire us to create more art, which is good for us to be healthy and artistic, and it's important even if you're not arranging them or doing art. It's important to just have something beautiful in your home. My responsibilities at this point, I do a lot of lead designing, but it's more management of people. I also do all the flower ordering. On Wednesdays, I go to Hilo and I pick up from about 6 different growers and suppliers. and I load up my van, and it usually takes me, I leave the shop around 7 a.m. and I don't get back till 1 or 2. So there's a lot of driving, especially on our island. There's a lot of deliveries. So we have, people that do deliveries for us. And then we're a full wedding service, so we set up arches and we set up aisle decor. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into the job description than just making pretty flowers. Our shop actually started doing live plants a lot more. So I've kind of picked up my parents' roots and started doing a small nursery outside of the shop. My husband and I both have our own companies. So we try to take Sundays off together. We have a dog and a cat, Roy and Philip, and the rest of my family works with me. And my shop is really my family. If you want a career in the floral industry, I definitely recommend always learning new things. I learned to make lei at a really young age, and paying attention to the kapuna and the teachers that are in the industry and learning from them. But there's also some great online courses you could do on floral work and design. Design is super helpful. And then anything you do that you want to make a business. A photographer friend, she said, if you want to do photography, go to business school. Because you'll always, if you have an art passion, you'll always find time for that. But having the know-how of how to make it a business is really important. I've found something that really rewarding is having a staff and having employees and being able to employ people. But I would say that's the hardest part of any business, is managing personalities, and for me, learning how to be a boss and how to express my expectations. That's something that I really enjoy. And then playing with flowers, I do it on my off time. I pick flowers and play with flowers. I just love that aspect of it, designing. It's really, really rewarding.
The natural beauty of flowers and plants inspires those who are part of Hawaii's floriculture industry. Thousands of people play roles as farmers, distributors, scientists, floral designers, and retailers. Their innovation, creativity, and dedication help sustain Hawaii's economy and provide residents with enjoyable life work. Aloha.